Hello, sunshines. How are you? Welcome to BunniPhish Crafts. I'm your host, Heather, known as BunniPhish on Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. And today is it's a Saturday. I believe it's the 26th of November. And it is just a couple days after the US Thanksgiving. So if you celebrated, I hope it was lovely. If you didn't celebrate, I hope you had a great Thursday. We had a pretty great Thursday. It was super low key around here. We're doing something different for this episode. I think it's episode 31. Yeah, 30, 31, somewhere around there. I am going to record a video because I have not been vlogging this whole past month. I've taken like some pictures and stuff. I'm going to put them at the end. So they will be there. Just not I don't know. I just haven't been. I'm sorry, I fell off the bandwagon again. So yeah, today we are going to do a regular type episode. And welcome to my bedroom. You're currently propped on my bed, which my cat is walking across. So little earthquakes, I apologize. Hello, Colby. What? What you need? Everything? I moved stuff? He wants me to know that he is not impressed with my moving of the things. So, anyway, yeah, this is my bedroom, and you will likely see this a fair bit in December because I am doing Vlogmas. I know I haven't been doing my normal vlogs, but I think I'm going to do Vlogmas. How? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be uploaded every day. I don't know if it's going to be uploaded every few days when I have energy. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be separate videos or smooshed together. I've done both of those things for Vlogmas before. Both of them work, so I don't know. But this is where I am going to be sitting in the morning time before I get my kids up and do all the mom things. And this is where I'm going to be sitting when I open my Advent. Actually, this chair is going to be further back because these things had to move forward so you could see me because the lighting in here is interesting. My ring light is broken, the one that I got last Christmas. I know. It's because my children, they touch my things and they don't mean to break them, but they do. So my ring light is not working, and yeah, that's really frustrating. And the ring part won't sit on top of the tripod because that is what I was originally going to put you on. I was going to put my ring light on. I was going to have the ring on so you could see me, but no. So instead, here we are. And I'm sorry if the lighting is weird. There's this giant window behind me here. Oh, I love this so much. It brings me so much joy. But there's also two windows right over there on the wall behind you. So, how have you been? I've been okay. I've been trying to figure out my new normal. So much life stuff happened in the past year, really, but especially over the summer and into the beginning of the school year. So I'm just trying to find my new normal, and I'm not successful at it yet, obviously, but I'm here. We're hanging out. Before we talk about what I'm working on, let's talk about something that I finished. Two things actually that I don't have to show you. One of them is that pair of socks that I was knitting for Patrick's cousin. So I knit those socks. They were all out of scraps. Okay, so can I preface this by saying that I actually recorded at the yarn shop last week this same sort of like quick video thing. and then I accidentally deleted it. And I don't know when I deleted it, but I know I recorded last week, and I've been thinking all week, oh, I should edit that. And then today I went to edit it and it was not there. So that is why we're recording here. And also, I was at the yarn shop early enough that I could have recorded this morning, but I was working on other things. So we're recording here, which probably won't happen that often because my house is very distracting for me. But we're here today. So I recorded about those socks and now I don't remember the details. I don't have a picture. I didn't take a finished objects picture. What? And now my dog might be joining us in the room because I didn't have enough distractions. Get out of there. No, ma'am. Hello. Hi. Can you settle somewhere? No. Hello. Hi. Hi. She's very perfect. What? So I finished those socks last week. I washed them, blocked them, recorded about them, and then sent them off. So I don't actually have them to show you, but I promise I finished them. They ended up hopefully fitting a size 13 foot, so they were quite big. The purple sections did not match. One was probably like 8 rounds shorter than the other, which was fine. I didn't think they were going to match, and I did end up using the gray for the toes. I have just a small bit of that gray yarn left, probably like 7 grams. Maybe enough to do like another pair of heels, but not much else. So yeah, those are, they may have landed. I think they've landed. Yeah, they've probably landed by now. I don't know. Depends on how the post system is doing right now. I have no idea. And then what else? I finished. What? Stop. I finished the Sky Shard cowl by Amanda Manis, the one that I was making out of leftover scraps of, not scraps, leftover bits of fingering weight single yarn that my friend Josh had given me, special guest over there on my wall. There, hold on. Oh, there we go. There. That's Josh when he was very, very little. It was like 10 years ago or something. This wall over here that you can't see on that side of the window, that side of the window has pictures of my friends and family and stuff, because my bed is there, so where you are is where I'm usually looking from. So like this is where all of the, actually it's not where all of the like most amazing parts of my room are. My room is actually so cool. Maybe someday I'll give you a tour, but not right now because it's still a work in progress. But it's so cool and it makes me so happy being in here all the time. Oh my gosh. Anyway, distracted. So I made that cowl. I made it for Josh and I haven't sent it out yet, but it's all taped up in a package. However, I did record about that finished object because I was planning on like doing a Vlogmas Day 0 where I kind of went over where my projects that I had previously talked about were, and in the part that I recorded last week, that was a work in progress. I'm sorry, my stutter is really, really bad right now. I'm not sure what's going on, but it is way more pronounced than it has been recently. I imagine it's just all the stress, honestly. It's just stress. So I have some footage of that cowl and I will put it in here. When I'm talking about Vlogmas or something, if I reference that, just ignore it because my plan was for that to be part of day 0 and it's not. It's going to be part of today. This is Heather of the past coming to show you this cowl that I finished on Thanksgiving. I am currently sitting at American Thanksgiving. We're not going anywhere today. It's just me, my kids, and Becca, my roommate. So, yeah, small thing. We're not doing much, but I did finish this cowl, which is exciting because I'm sending it to a friend of mine for holiday gifting. It is the Sky Shard Cowl by Amanda Manis. It is mosaic crochet. It's super, super cool. I loved doing the technique. I don't know that I've done mosaic crochet before, but it was very easy. The instructions were very, very good, and she has tutorials in the pattern. I don't know what the yarn is for sure, other than it's merino singles. They were leftovers of Josh's, and he sent them to me. There's 3 different colors for the contrast color. This gray here, this like green gray. I don't know if you'll be able to see the difference in the colors. Yeah, I think you can see where it changes. So it's this very distinct gray up to here, and then it's kind of a greeny gray color only for a few rounds, and then the rest is this kind of mossy green color, and then lime green for the background. So if you're not familiar with mosaic crochet, this is what the inside looks like. How cool is that? So, I mean, I guess you could wear the cowl either way you wanted, depending on if you wanted a more stripy look or a more graphic look. Oh, there's the seam right here. It's not seamed together. That's just where you switch rows and therefore switch colors. But let's put it here so it's just the graphic. So you can still kind of see the shape if you know what you're looking for. Like here's a rhombus right here, and here's a diamond right here. So you can kind of see it on the inside, but there's definitely a right side, wrong side to this cowl. And I am really, really pleased with it. So I used merino singles, which is like a fingering weight. I used a size D hook. The pattern is written for either a fingering weight version or a worsted weight version. And I might make a worsted weight version because it was just so fun. I think that would be a really, really cool next or sometime this winter project. So yeah, finished some things. How exciting is that? Because it's been a pretty long time since I've finished things. It has been a really, really rough year for crafting. It started out so strong. So what have I been working on? Well, as I've been talking to you, I've been knitting the ribbing on this sock right here, which is the second of a pair. So first, let me show you the yarn so I don't forget. I'm using Knit Picks Felici fingering weight in the Speed Racer colorway. So that's the yarn, and I am not using a pattern per se, but I think that I should not assume. If you've been in the knitting YouTube watching community for a while, you've probably seen a pattern like this at some point. So all I'm doing is I knit the ribbing of the sock. I did 4 stripes worth of ribbing. Well, 3 and like a 3/4 of stripes worth of knitting. And when I did the color change, I knit when I did the color change, I knit all of the stitches on that first round so that I wouldn't have purl bumps in the ribbing. And then when I got down to, I'm sorry, I'm covering my face a lot. That's really rude. I'll try to be cognizant about that. When I got down to where the colors changed, you can see it right here. I purled that first round to give it these ridges. So wherever that color change happened, that's where I started purling. So you can see right here, right here, right here. They're not all in the same spot. Some are on the other side where that purl happened. And then I just did plain vanilla down the foot. And I did a fish lips kiss heel, which I haven't been doing very much recently. I've been doing heel flaps and gussets, but I just felt like doing a fish lips kiss heel in a contrast color. This is Knit Picks Stroll. I'll go get it real quick. So it's Stroll Fingering in the Everglade Heather colorway. I'm making this for a friend. Her feet are bigger than mine by a little. But I went up kind of significantly because I don't know like if her feet are wide or not. I don't know. So I did a 68 stitch sock. So if they're too big for her, then they'll be too big for her. But I think that she will like them. I like them. And I don't even like orange that much, but I don't know. I think that this will be really cool. So that's the first sock. The second sock is on the last stripe of the cuff. I have plans for everything. Okay. So on Tuesday night or Tuesday during the day, before the break started, I wrote myself a to-do list, and it had like 108 items on it to be finished between Tuesday night and Monday morning when I go to school. And some of them are really, really small things, like a repeat on the headband that I'm going to show you, which is only 4 rows. So that's really easy. But some of them are large tasks. And all 3 of the projects that I'm currently working on are on there as things to be finished. I don't know when I thought I was going to work on all of these things, because I also had a concert on Tuesday night that I went to, and Thanksgiving was Thursday. Even though we didn't go anywhere, I still cooked and stuff. Yesterday we went to the movies, and not everything that I'm working on. Not the blanket. The blanket doesn't count. I worked on the blanket at the movies. But I'm working on 2 pairs of socks and a headband, and they're all on my list to be finished this weekend. I don't think that's likely. Well, I didn't want to finish both pairs of socks. I wanted to finish this pair of socks and get the other one well underway. So anyway, this is the first pair that I'm working on, and I'm almost through the cuff. I think it would be really good though if I could get it through the heel. That's my tentative goal. My tentative goal. That's still a huge goal. So that's the first sock. And then the second sock that I'm working on is this right here. And it's a Mystic Spiral patterned by Josh Ricks Rabinski. And it is quite a long sock. Here's the leg. So it goes pretty high on the calf, mid calf. It's fairly substantial. So someone's actually paying me to make this pair of socks, and they're paying me like not really what it's worth, but like $240 for the pair of socks. So not really what it's worth, but not like $10 either. So here it is. And I am Mystic Spiral, if you're not aware of the pattern, is really cool. It's got these sections where the stripes go slantwise, and it's just a lot of fun to do. So I am in the slantwise section of the foot. I am pretty close to finished with this sock. So I did the gusset. I got through the gusset because I did a heel flap. I got through the gusset, and now I'm in that slantwise area. I'm actually like getting out of the slant. And then I'm just going to knit vanilla down the foot. I took this sock with me to the concert, so I don't have the ball attached. I wound off, I think, like 5 stripe repeats while I was in the car getting ready to go into the concert because I didn't want to bring the whole ball in with me because I figured it would be easier to get the sock in if it looked like a mitten versus if it looked like a sock project. So where I was when I did that was up here. This purple stitch marker. And so I think I knit like this much while I was actually in the concert, because when I go to concerts, I can knit for all the in-between, but as soon as the whole crowd is standing, I'm standing and I'm in the music and like moving around and whatever. So it was a lot of fun. So I didn't get a ton of work done on the sock at the concert, but I got, a good amount done. I'm telling you this because I only have this much attached, and I think that once this runs out, I'm going to have to reattach the yarn and maybe do another repeat. I think. I don't know. I need to, yeah, I think I'm going to have to, or not another repeat, like another couple stripes before I start the toe. So that is my thought on this sock. The yarn, I don't remember what the colorway is or the dyer, but I have some of their other yarn. So give me a second. I ordered that yarn from Rockin' String Creations. So it's really, really lovely. I didn't get a 2 skein thing. Obviously, I just got the full ball for that, which is why I had to like cut it for the sock. But now I'm kind of thinking, okay, I'm going to attach it for so I know that this ends on a red stripe, but I started on a red stripe. So I think I'm going to attach it for, to get through this black stripe and then the white and the gray, and then stop it so that I'm at the spot to get to the red, and whatever else I need to knit, I'm just going to use the same black that I used for the heel, which is Premier Serenity sock. Okay, plan made. I have a plan for this sock. Very exciting. Let me just finish this tiny bit that I'm working on. This short row. Okay, short row finished. The other thing that I'm working on, and have been working on for a while, is a headband for myself using Little Bay Blue yarn. I don't remember the colorway, but I love it. I don't know if you'll be able to see this at all because the light is less good than it was. No, you can't. You can't, but it's fine. I'll put in pictures. So the headband is pretty close to finished, actually. Like, there's only that much left to knit. So, and half of that is the decrease. So I'm almost done with this headband. I did 2 repeats today right here. You can't see that. I'm sorry. Sun is leaving. Oh, well. But so yeah, I want to finish this headband. I want to finish it. I think I can finish this headband. I feel like that's a reasonable goal for this weekend. The other 2 things, I don't know. I can't promise that. That seems like a lot. But those are like my active whips right now. And the socks are good because I can carry them around at work. I don't knit a lot at work. It's not like it was last year. Because I have to walk around the class and like explain things and like actually teach and stuff. I'm not a para anymore. So I have small things to take around the classroom. But yesterday we went to the movies, and these are what I keep my minis in for this project. I worked on my blanket. So look at this. Oh, it's very exciting. It's getting decently sized. Let's see. Let me grab the yarn so it doesn't go everywhere. Hopefully. Get rude. Tried to go everywhere. So I'm holding 3 strands of fingering weight together and kind of just several, like this area right here, I did in the movie theater in the dark. And so I didn't have any color management or anything because I was literally magic knotting the yarn in the dark. So that's a surprise what that looks like. Oh, it's so cute though. Look at it. It's beautiful. And I want it to be a lapgan. I want it to be like a movie theater blanket. So I need it to cover my toes and then come up. And I would like it to be about here. Right now it is, without stretching at all, it's like at my waist. So kind of a lot to go. Although I do have to keep in mind that this is all superwash merino nylon yarn. So it will grow when I block it, and it's garter stitch. So I don't know. I'm thinking that once I get to a certain length, I'm going to put the border on the part that's already knit and then block what's knit and see how much it grows so I can determine how much more I want to knit, because I know it's going to grow. But oh, it's so cute. So yeah, I'm working on my blanket and I love it. I love it so very much. I just haven't been knitting, but I think it might be coming back. I think that the knitting mojo might be being restored. Because for a while there, I wasn't taking any knitting with me anywhere. And now I'm like, oh, gotta grab my knitting. So I feel like I'm getting back to me a little bit more. I also read some things, not a lot, but I read this book right here, Beasts and Beauty by Somen Chinani. So good. And this is the author of The School for Good and Evil, which I guess is going to be a show soon. And I will totally be looking into that series because these stories were so good. They're retellings of fairy tales, which if you've been here for a while, you know that is like my comfort reading. I love fairy tale retellings. This was so good. I haven't really been reading. I read this book in like 2.5 days. So good. I mean, part of it is because it's JFic, but part of it is just because I was excited. There are illustrations because it's a kid's book about fairy tales. I like it so much. I like it so much that I am considering purchasing a copy for myself. I don't know if I will because I have a problem buying things for myself. Like I really, really do. I'm not good at it because I'm always like, oh no, that money could be used for anything else. But I kind of really want this book to live on my shelf. So I don't know. I might purchase it or I might just return it to the library and love it from afar. And then what I'm currently reading is You Can't Touch My Hair and Other Things I Still Have to Explain by Phoebe Robinson. So earlier this year, I read another book by Phoebe. This is the first one. I read the second one because I picked it up off of a table, the nonfiction table, on a whim. And I really, really, really liked that book. And this one has been on my TBR for ever. I don't know, 2-3 years. But a while. When did this come out? Yeah, so this came out in 2016, so it could have been on my TBR for longer than that. I don't know. But it's been on there for a while, and I am reading it. I'm not super far. I'm a little over halfway through. It's due back on December 2nd, so I have to be reading it. Finishing this is also on my to-do list right now, but I'm not doing that. You know what I did instead? I binged The House of Dragons. I haven't been watching TV. I haven't been watching podcasts or anything. I haven't been doing like any of my normal stuff. So I was like, oh, House of Dragons. I haven't seen that yet. I could binge that. And so I did instead of reading or whatever. But it's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm slowly finding the me, like slowly getting back to it, and that's fine. But anyway, those are the books that I have been reading. I'm looking so forward to Vlogmas. I love doing it. I love watching other people's Vlogmases. Again, I haven't watched a podcast since, I don't know, probably June. No, that's okay. That is a little bit of hyperbole. I've probably watched like 5 podcast episodes since June. But I really haven't been watching anything, but I'm so excited for Vlogmas. So I'm excited to hang out with people and see what they're doing every day or whatever, however Vlogmas is going to work for them. Yeah, I'm excited for that. And I'm excited to make Vlogmas videos because I miss you. I miss you so much. So much. I miss you guys so much. I have just been working on me, rebuilding stuff, rebuilding me. So I've been a little absent. I've been a lot absent. But I miss you, so I'm trying to get back. It's just hard. It's hard because I don't have a normal. I feel like every 2 weeks my normal gets shifted significantly. Like significantly enough that it's a whole new normal. So yeah, I'm working on it. All right, I'm rambling. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in a few days for Vlogmas. Oh, you want to know what you can expect on Vlogmas? Okay, so I have an advent calendar. Definitely going to be making tea every day because I love the tea. And I'm thinking, can you hear my daughter? She is so loud. I'm sorry if you can. I'm sorry. This is why I record at the shop normally. I'm going to start a new scrappy blanket. Whatever. I know. I have not finished all of the scrappy blankets that I planned to finish. I did finish several this year though, but I didn't finish all of them. It's fine. I'm going to start a new one because I really miss making mitered squares. Mitered squares are just so satisfying because like it's a finished thing all on its own, but it's part of a bigger thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Premier Serenity Sock in black to start each of the squares, just that very first ridge line of the mitered square, because I saw someone do that on Ravelry once and I wanted to steal that idea so bad because it looks like stained glass. It's just so beautiful and I love it. So I'm going to do that. So that is what, that's what most of my Advent yarn is probably going to go into. My Advent calendar is for my friend Haley. So we'll see. It depends on what the colors are. I'm not going to force myself to make a square on that blanket if I don't love the color for that blanket. Like if it's not working in my color story. I'm going to be picky for that blanket, if I'm being completely honest. But if I don't use it for that, then I'll make something else, a hexapuff, put it in a different blanket. The goal will be to use up the entire nugget in that day in whatever one of my blankets I choose, but I'm also going to be starting a new blanket and it might go into that one. Yeah, and that's when I think you'll see me sitting here. It'll be dark outside and it'll be terrible interior lighting, but I'll be sitting here and drinking some tea and working on a blanket, hopefully every morning. And you can join me for that if you want to. All right, friends. There's also going to be some fun events. We have some fun events that we're going to in December. So I'm pretty excited about those, but that will be Vlogmas, and I hope you join me. And I hope you chat with me in the comments today and during Vlogmas. All right, friends, really, I'm rambly. I should go edit this. I miss you. I will see you in just a few days. Bye for now.